Alright, so first of all, most of you guys know me by now. I'm Liz. I've been flip-flopping back and forth between what my name is. At the beginning of the year, I started out as Wahlberg. I got married, so now I'm Boylan. I've probably been using both, so anyways, welcome, and thank you for coming. So first, I'd like to start by giving you guys a snapshot of our first 24 hours at camp this year. On Monday, July 18th, around 5 p.m., I get this phone call that nobody wants to get. Oh my God, come to the field house, there is blood everywhere. So I race over there, I'm in sheer panic. I think that two of your beloved babies have collided and there's a serious accident. Then I go into the field house and I see Ian and Ruben standing there, and Ruben looks at me laughing and going, "Ma'am, I'm pretty sure I broke my jaw. Can you take me to the emergency room?" So anyways, long night with Ian and Ruben in the emergency room. I know more about those two guys I really ever cared to. They're very interesting if you get to talk to them. But anyway, so I go home and I say to my husband, I'm like, wow, this is gonna be a long summer. I said it very sarcastically, and I'm like, we're off to a great start. So little did I know that we actually were off to a really great start, because from that point forward, the camp was great. No offense to the past 2 years, but this year was really awesome. I feel like all the campers related really well together. All of the counselors just kind of meshed in with the kids. And I'm really great that we all had this experience together. So thank you guys for trusting us with your children. And we're just gonna take a couple seconds and we're gonna reflect back on the past 5 weeks. So, Junior Fitness Camp, you guys have kept us constantly on our toes and showed us that there is no limit to the amount of questions a group of boys could ask in one day. For many of you, this was your first time away from home. You learned how to interact with roommates and become more self-sufficient. You learned how to make your own bed and fold your clothes. You guys learned to play paintball, shoot archery, climb towers, and learned that you can't throw a rugby ball like a football. You also learned to compromise. You learned to see issues from other people's points of view. You formed relationships and learned lessons from fellow campers and counselors that will stay with you for the rest of your life. Long after your time here at Valley Forge Summer Camp, you will say to yourself, remember that time at Valley Forge when? Fitness. To say that this summer was all sunshine and rainbows would be a lie. There was a ton of sweat, a little bit of blood, maybe some tears. You've all grown up in one way or another during your time here at camp. Some of you could not jog one lap around the track 5 weeks ago, and now you're running a mile and a half. Some of you did not have enough confidence in yourselves to try different activities and learn different sports, but today you do. Many of you had never bench pressed, done a proper squat, or ran in any other direction than straight forward, and I'm very confident that you have now done all those things. You guys learned life goes on without your cell phone. You learned there is fun to be had without video games. You all worked hard on yourselves your time here at camp. You learned to work in a team, and you guys make friendships that'll last a lifetime. I hope that you boys will take what you learned here and implement it into your day-to-day lives. From the fitness workouts to knowing the right path to take, my hope is that what you learned here will help you become a better person. Next, we're going to call up Camp Commandant Nate, and he will be calling up the junior fitness campers for recognition and awards.
Up first is Devin Campana. Stefano Caleo. Nassim Butler. Gary Barbera. Oscar Elizondo. Ayush Gagar. Ben Diefenbacher. Ben Davis. Stephen Carullo. Nico Hidalgo. Corey Hatcher. Andrew Grabuski. Dom Gallagher. Tommy Fuller. Jackson Pollen. Brendan Overpeck. Xavier Miller. Ian Matesic. Chris Treston. Ben Shapiro. Brooks Schaefer. Brennan Schaefer. Bronson. Carlos Villegas. Last but not least, Jacob Urban. Congratulations.
All right, so now we have a couple of superlatives that we're going to do for you guys. So the counselors and the instructors voted Jackson Pollen as the hardest working camper this year. So Jackson, come on up. Alrighty, I think this one is going to come as no surprise. The friendliest camper is going to go to Stephen Carullo. This one's pretty predictable too. Valley Forge Camp Clown. You probably know who you are. Nassim Butler, stand up. And there are a lot of people that are going to attest to this one. Most improved camper, Mr. Gary Barbera. Stand on up, bud. All right, we'll hand the mic back to me. And the fitness guys, you guys will come on up. You guys will get your awards. Austin and Nick, you guys want to join the handshake line?
Thank you, Liz. Up first, we have Peter. Jay Barreto. Stefan Eel. Aziz Burrows. David Ebersol. William Cabiza. Solomon Henry. Daniel Gersmont. Dylan Krajkovich. Ajib Keto. Aiden Redmond. Wallace Krempa. Alex Rosenstein. Harold Ross Jr. Max Shapiro. Zach Rosenstein. Olson. Spencer Skronek. Garrett Whitfield. And Chris Warner.
Alrighty, Christopher, don't sit down because you got voted the hardest working camper. Alrighty, honorable mention, Josh Wetzel, he left early, but he was voted the most improved with his fitness workout. So proud of you, Josh. Alright, we have our fittest camper, Mr. Wallace Kremba. Okay, and this one is probably no surprise either. Fitness group, who do you think your camp clown is? Reggie! Alright, so now you guys have to sit through my thank yous. Alright, so first and foremost, we'd like to thank the parents for your support through this camp experience. Without your trust in myself and the camp crew, none of this would have been possible. So we thank you guys so much for choosing Valley Forge Summer Camp. And we hope you guys had an awesome experience just like your sons or, the other young men you sent here to camp. So we thank you guys for that. So guys, give a clap to your parents for me, okay? Alright, so obviously the next thank you needs to go to all of these wonderful people we have here. So when I look out at the camp staff, there's so many different types of people out here. We have husbands, wives, mothers, fathers, members of our armed forces, college students, aspiring writers, future lawyers, nurses, teachers, collegiate athletes, future politicians, and all of our camp staff have an extremely bright future. I hope as campers, you guys have gotten to know each and every one of these wonderful counselors that we have here on campus, and that they've somehow impacted you and that they've guided you towards your future. So I had just one thing to say to you guys. Thank you for all the late nights and the early mornings. Thank you for the days that seemed like they would never end. And thank you for really being the backbone of this camp, because without you guys and your hard work and your dedication, we obviously aren't able to have a summer camp. So crew, give them a clap. Summer camp is the health center, so thank you to the health center for dealing with all the cuts, bumps, bruises, or rolled ankles, homesickness, and for this year helping to take care of some of our sick or very injured counselors. We truly appreciate you guys, and you're a huge part of our team. Austin and Nick, thank you for the awesome workouts. These guys might say differently, but I would like to thank you. You guys always have the best interests of each individual camper in mind when it comes to programming for all of them. You guys have just been a source of constant motivation and mentorship for the past 5 weeks. So fitness guys, give them a clap, give them a boo, whatever you want. Alrighty, my El Quattro here, the assistant commandants. Josh, Gabe, Benny, and Karen, thank you all for stepping up this year in ways we could have only imagined. Thank you for your hard work and persistence in making sure that everything was getting done, not only with the campers, but within the barracks as well. I obviously know that's a huge task. I know this year came with a large learning curve, but you guys rose to the challenge, and we're excited to see where next year is going to take all of you guys. So, thank you. journey with me and us. How you ended up here as our camp commandant is still kind of a mystery, since Nate actually applied on Indeed to be our archery instructor, and here he is. So we're thankful for that kind of twist of fate. You accepted the challenge, and best of luck with your adventures this summer. Enjoy every moment of Switzerland and wherever else you may decide to venture off to this summer. Lauren and Sierra, you girls are my rocks. Thank you for taking all the phone calls, organizing the paperwork, making hundreds of spreadsheets, and handling all the little things that happen day in and day out. Truly couldn't do summer camp without you, and this journey is a much better one with you two by my side. So thanks to wherever they are. All right, and Mr. Joe Jacobs is last, but absolutely certainly not least. Thank you for being in this journey with me all year long. Even though camp is only 5 weeks, nobody but you and I see the other 10 and a half months that go into making this camp a success. So thank you for all brainstorming and hours spent prepping and getting ready for this marathon that we call camp. I know everyone out here thinks we're crazy when we start emailing about camp in September, but it makes it all worth it to see the sense of accomplishment and pride on all of your guys' faces. So make sure you guys give Joe a huge round of applause. I'm officially going to be done talking after Joe comes up here and he gives some of the counselor superlatives.
Hello, everyone. There's one thing I do want to say before I actually give out a few awards. I just want to sit there and say thank you to all the parents. I really do appreciate you sending your children here to Valley Forge Summer Camp. For this year, I had an amazing time. And I think these guys really had an amazing time as well. A few things, you know, for what these guys, what we put them through, all the different activities, all the different hikes, us going up to Glen Oaken Falls and Ridley Creek Park, you know, it was a challenge, but they all overcome, and I'm very proud of them for everything that they've done. Yes, they had a whole lot of fun at Six Flags and Donny Park and Hershey Park. Of course, that's the fun stuff. But for the challenges that we put them through, all the obstacles, all the fitness workouts and things like that, I'm really, really proud of this group of guys that came to summer camp this year. So I just want to, parents, I want to say thank you for sending them to us because we had a blast this summer. Thank you so much. So the first award I want to say is the most likely to be your boss in 5 years, Nathan Hoffman. Most likely to be a reality show, be on a reality show, Anthony Howard. Most likely to cheer you up. Where is he at? Mr. Ian. Most likely to run for president, Mr. Tristan Smith.
Hi, Tristan.
Hi, Monty.
How you doing? Good job. Yeah, you too.
Most likely to talk your ear off, Mr. Taylor.
You won an award! That's not fair!
Most likely to win an Olympic medal. Where's Mr. Condi at?
notes. We are going to eat lunch soon. It's right back there. Parents, if you guys did not get your camper's cell phone yet, you can go and meet one of our staff out there. We also have our health center here. I believe it's either Gina or Deb out front. So if you guys have medication or anything like that you need to pick up, head on out and see them. Other than that, feel free to relax for a little bit, eat, socialize. We do have a couple pretty cool people from our campus here. So if you're interested in anything admissions-wise, maybe you are coming next year and you just want to say hello, Michelle's right back there. So you can go check in with her. We have Colonel Helgeson back there. Raise your hand, Colonel Helgeson. So if you want to pick his brain. And then we have Rich Casey on campus as well. He's right back there. He's with athletics. So feel free to talk to those guys as well, okay? All right, guys, go see your parents.